A number of people, frankly, Bill, who are wondering whether or not the president would reach out to King Salman on this very topic, especially given that the king had already ordered this full internal investigation into Khashoggi's disappearance. Well, as you pointed out on Twitter, the president is already talking about that this morning. In fact, let me take you to Twitter and share exactly what he had to say. The president saying, just spoke to the king of Saudi Arabia, who denies any knowledge of whatever may have happened to our Saudi Arabian citizen. He said that they're working closely with Turkey to find answers. I'm immediately sending our Secretary of State to meet with the king. Very interesting development indeed. Now, that investigation that I told you about into the disappearance is actually being led by the kingdom's top prosecutor. And even that effort, it is believed, is a result of the not-so-subtle message emanating from Washington that the Saudis needed to do something. Though, I should point this out, when he was asked last night if he thought the Saudis were behind the journalist's disappearance, the president on 60 Minutes said this.
Nobody knows yet, but we'll probably be able to find out. It's being investigated. It's being looked at very, very strongly. We would be very upset and angry if that were the case. There's a lot at stake, and maybe especially so because this man was a reporter. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and there will be severe punishment.
Severe punishment as in possible sanctions, although I think it's also important, Bill, to let the folks at home know that the Saudis aren't going to take sanctions lightly. In fact, they're already saying that they would hit us with oil prices that would top $200 a barrel if they're hit with sanctions. Certainly a back and forth from Washington and Riyadh already, Bill.
That's just one big story now. The other is what was left unsaid, I think you could argue, from the 60 Minutes interview last night, and that's the fate of James Mattis. Is he staying or is he on his way out someday soon, Kevin?
Oh, if I knew, I'd make some money on it. I'll just tell you this. I spoke with a senior White House official about an hour ago, and she said bluntly, listen, Kevin, everybody leaves at some point. Everybody. Even me. At some point, I'm going to be out of here. Now, that is not to say, Bill, that the president's comments on Mattis last night on 60 Minutes were meant to sort of telegraph his departure or even illuminate what some have called a growing rift between the two men. But the way the president described the general certainly sent the speculation engine into overdrive.
It could be that he is. I think he's sort of a Democrat, if you want to know the truth. But General Mattis is a good guy. We get along very well. He may leave. I mean, at some point, everybody leaves. Everybody. People leave. That's Washington.
What are you going to do? People leave. President, speaking of, is about to leave the White House en route to the storm-ravaged Southeast.